Today on Suncoast View, our jails are overcrowded. Should drug offenders be given a get-out-of-jail-free card to solve the problem and get help? We'll discuss.
Thought-provoking and unusual performances are heading to the Ringling International Arts Festival. We'll have a preview.
And tackling toddlerhood is much easier for moms with the right products. We'll share some favorites. All that and more right now on Suncoast View. Welcome to the show. You just missed the collective awe because we saw Megan Greenberg's cute baby Arlo in that video.
Yes.
And we're talking about toddler products today, but no baby Arlo.
I know. I was going to bring him.
Is that because he runs around now?
Not. He's so close. He's
so close?
testing. He's
okay.
Lifts his hands up, and but not there yet.
But he wouldn't sit right here for an hour.
He might with a good granola bar and something
a little
sparkly.
coffee.
Yes. No.
Well, Linda always has something sparkling. Well, it's good to have you with us.
Thank
we look
you.
forward to talking about Mom World
Thank
with
you.
you. And of course, great to have Nikki Logan-Curran with us as
Thank
well.
you.
How are you doing?
I'm doing awesome. It's always fun to be here.
Well, good. We have a lot of fun. And I don't know if you would have loved what we got to do last week, and I don't know if you got to see it. Linda and I were on national TV yesterday.
Yes, we were.
Yes. Because
briefly.
very briefly, like about 3 seconds worth, because we were part of the live studio audience of the Chew. And some of our viewers noticed, Kathy wrote in and said, I see all the ladies and Joey on the Chew. And yes, we were in the audience, and I think we had about 5 seconds of fame. And Mary apparently didn't see Joey, or she just lumped him in with us. I saw all of my girls on the Chew. So we appreciate you guys watching and know that we were there. There's Joey and his ladies, but we did have a lovely time. And I know our viewers have heard me say this before, but I want to make sure Megan and Nikki get to hear it too. They are so down-to-earth and great people. I mean, to talk to a chef on the level of Michael Simon and Mario Batali and have them be so real and so fun. And they were in love with Linda, not that everyone isn't, but because Michael Simon's from Cleveland.
Because he's my husband.
He goes, you're Bud Carson's wife? I mean, it's like we just said she was the queen. I mean, it was amazing.
He was so nice. They all were. They were like our best friends.
Yeah, no, very
They would be
real
good
people.
on this show, you know?
Absolutely, they would. Yeah.
I didn't see the show, but I saw the post.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We did, because we actually have the opportunity to meet a lot of different people, and quite honestly, some people are nicer than others, as we know, and that was a really positive experience. So I do recommend hanging out with the Chew every weekday afternoon. They are great people. What you see on TV is not an act. That's the way they are. All right, well, this isn't an act either. We actually know a girl that cooks very well that is with us today. Lisa from Hosted Gourmet Catering has our mouths watering. Welcome. What are we making?
Hi, I'm going to Cleveland tonight.
Oh, are you really?
Yeah, I'm from Cleveland.
Oh, I did not know that. Welcome to the Ohio group.
Thank you. Well, you know, I'm obsessed with the cupcake pans and the appetizers. So today it's a savory pumpkin appetizer bite.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they look good.
I will admit that I am obsessed with pumpkin. Is anyone else here on the pumpkin bandwagon?
No, but you've sort of gotten me involved after 3 years here. I eat pumpkin, and I never did before because of you.
You know what? I do hammer at home any chance I get.
I even make pumpkin M&Ms now.
I've heard about that. Did you try them?
I did.
Did you like them?
I did. You did? I did, yeah.
I didn't know you ate anything bad for you, Megan. I'm floored to hear this.
I was in Target, and who can resist an M&M in Target and a pumpkin M&M?
And they're
it was
fruit.
worth it. I liked it. Yeah,
They're
it's a healthy
pumpkin.
choice.
I don't mix chocolate and fruit and vegetables.
Oh, okay. I guess that's
Like a chocolate
You
cherry.
don't do chocolate cherries?
No, it's my
There's too many rules with that
Yes,
one.
yeah. Strawberries? No.
No chocolate-covered strawberries? The things
Oh,
we
what
learn
a
on this
sad
show.
life you must
Right.
lead.
I get plenty of chocolate.
You with the expansive palate don't mix?
No.
Well, speaking of palates, there is a great chance to expand your horizons this weekend. It is the Hungarian Festival. It is October 14th and 15th at the Sarasota County Fairgrounds. Hungarian food, wine, kids' activities, live Hungarian music, and some great dance performances. Linda, I know you've been there in the past.
Oh, yes. There are going to be 8 bands. There's going to be a soul band from Atlanta, Hungarian soul band from Atlanta. There's so many things for the kids to do. The Hungarian food is going to be
Goulash.
awesome. They are going to have
Just wanted to
goulash,
say.
and they are going to have athletic competitions. And these are very serious and very amazing competitions. So it's just going to be days of absolute fun.
And a great way to keep the kids occupied too, because they can eat all the wonderful desserts, but so much to see and do. It's a good way to, you know, have a little adult time and keep the kids occupied. So.
They'll get some
when
exercise
they're in,
out
like,
there.
area when they like have their boundaries, like they roam around, they're gated, they're not going to leave.
I just saw a bow and arrow. I'm not sure.
Maybe not yours.
Yours may have to be in a backpack. All right, it is time for our first hot topic, and it's a serious one. Sarasota's county jail is almost at capacity, not because of a high crime rate, but because of more drug addicts who are serving longer felony sentences. Solutions presented to commissioners are either to build a new jail, that would cost about $80 million, or reduce the number of inmates by creating diversion recovery programs that would help the repeat drug offenders get help and stay out of jail and then off the streets. What do you think? Should we let drug offenders out of jail?
Well, Sarasota already has a pod for people who are going through withdrawal, and they spend that whole time, say 2 years, in an AA program. AA is leading it, and they come out clean. It has worked amazingly.
But it's just so small.
Yeah,
It's
we
too small.
need bigger spaces and bigger people to run it, more people to run it.
They're saying 100 beds free up if felony drug offenders get into a release program rather than a stay in jail program.
Well, let's keep them in jail and put them in one of the programs, so when they come out, they have a second chance.
It's shown that it does work. Anything that you've ever seen where they have rehabilitation, especially when they incorporate mindfulness or educational components, it shows that there is not so much turnover, and that usually people go on to lead cleaner lives.
So
People don't want to be addicted to drugs.
No, they
I
don't.
agree with
People
that.
don't want to be addicted to drugs, and giving them an opportunity to just have that empowerment and the guidance to clean their life up. It's not just them, it's all of their families, it's all of their children, it's their parents, it's their friends. You
So
know,
no
it's-
concern about felony drug users being back on the streets. We'd all just like to see
Well,
them
no,
out.
but they're going to
back
go
on the
through the
streets.
program.
Right.
No,
So
no.
They need to be in a
They don't
facility.
just open
Yes,
the
in
door.
a program.
Yeah.
Right.
Every
Okay.
minute of their sentence will be served getting help and getting rehabilitation, so they go out a different person and they have a chance. Because all jail teaches you is to be a good criminal. All the people
Yeah.
you're talking to are just sitting around telling you how
point.
they did it.
Very
Right.
good point. Well, as Florida continues to battle this opioid epidemic, we could become the first state to execute drug dealers. A new law took effect October 1st that says selling a lethal dose of fentanyl is first-degree murder, and those convicted could face the death penalty. Now, and I didn't know this, cocaine and heroin dealing has previously been considered first-degree murder crimes if an overdose occurs. The challenge now is that dealers often do not know if their drugs are laced with fentanyl. And now the question becomes, should dealers face the death penalty from fentanyl overdoses?
Or how far that goes back. How do you pin it on one person?
Yeah, I have witnessed an execution. It's a terrible thing. I think drug dealers might get life in prison, but I think executions are saved for the person I saw executed. Danny Rowling had killed 7 people. So I think it should be for only those kind of people and not for drug dealers, because we don't know the whole background, and it's a terrible thing. And jail time, yes.
So you don't buy the story that because I'm selling you a drug that killed you, I'm responsible?
Such a layered question.
Yes,
because
it
you're
is.
responsible as well.
Yes,
you
you're
being the drug
responsible for buying
right.
it. Yes,
Absolutely, no, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
I
So
don't know.
it's different than
Deeper
murdering
conversation.
somebody.
I think it's probably different if it happens to your child.
Right.
Like your opinion's going to change.
true.
But that
quick.
person, it wasn't an innocent bystander as well. If
Right.
God forbid, my child was partaking in that, they also made a choice to meet that person.
Right.
Right.
It's such a layered question.
Here's
How
what
do I
bothered
answer
me
it with a
too,
yes or
the
no?
fact that the dealers are getting duped. You know, okay, I'm a bad drug dealer, I'm doing a bad thing selling you heroin. I had no idea my heroin was laced with fentanyl. And that's the
Still knew it
problem.
was heroin,
I was trying to be,
though. I mean,
you know,
It's still heroin. I'm just trying to deal heroin, but
Right.
it's a different level. Fentanyl makes everything, I forget the percentage, I think it's like
Right.
50 times worse and stronger and more fatal. But I didn't know my drug was bad.
But it's up to you to know that.
But it was
I think.
heroin.
But it was heroin. Well, yeah, there's the other side of that argument.
Yes, I think it's up to you to know that, but I don't think you should be killed for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Florida is the first state to put this on the books, and it went into effect October 1st.
Overpopulation, though. That's
So,
a whole other.
yeah.
thing, so.
No, it brings a lot of questions up. All right, let's lighten things up a
was
bit,
about to
shall
say,
we?
what-
Yeah. No, we're going to get
sad.
more fun here. Is your cell phone your alarm? Well, it certainly is for most teens. Now, a teacher in the UK is trying to change that. She says that teens aren't getting much needed sleep because they wake up from social account alerts in the middle of the night. and then they read them. Gosh knows you can't wait, right? Well, when they're told to leave their phone in a different room, the teens say, and I hear this every day, I can't, it's my alarm. So the teacher bought each of her students an old-fashioned alarm clock.
Oh, I love that.
And says that's the way it should be. So who sleeps with their phone on?
Well, as
I
the
do.
ringer? The ringer?
Can you hear
No, not
any
the ringer.
alert of
Yes,
anything
I
other
hear
than
that.
your alarm?
I hear that, but I don't really check it. But I don't trust my alarm
I know
clock.
you don't. I texted you this morning. You
I
didn't
know.
read it. She doesn't check squat. But you have alert. You can hear alerts or emails or voicemails or ringer or anything.
No, no,
ringer.
no.
But no. So no alerts on. Just phone is your alarm.
Correct.
That's a little
Yeah.
bit better.
On vibrate. You can put it on vibrate.
Yeah.
Do you ever hear it vibrate and roll over and check it? Because I do.
I mean, I'm up in the night now anyway, but I mean, I don't really hear it, but the alarm you can set for loud and the vibrate you can set
Correct.
it quiet, so you can kind
So the
of
teens aren't
compromise.
quite as mature as we are, and they're
No.
afraid they're going to miss a Snapchat in the middle of the
Right.
night. And I know for a fact in my house those things are
And
going
you can
off.
turn off
Yeah.
notifications, so parents can turn those off for their kids.
Right.
And they can turn
Until
them
the
back
kid
on.
goes back. Yeah, you
Right.
just wait.
But,
Yeah, it's harder for the teenagers.
I will tell you, one of my bigger parenting frustrations is I try to use the phone as punishment because obviously that's
Right,
the
that's
worst
their
thing in the
lifeline.
world to
Right,
take away.
right.
And you know, my 8th grader was like, "You can't," with attitude. All my homework is on it, and he's not kidding. The way schools have these
Right,
things set
that's
up,
true.
their worksheets are posted on Edsby. That's the one our system uses. I mean, it's we're so tied to it, you can't.
But they have laptops.
Unplug. Oh, there's always a way, but you know, then it's a big discussion, and you know how this.
And it's
parenting
harder
thing
for you
goes.
than them.
Exactly. It just becomes a lot of
I
effort.
do think there should not be any electronics in your bedroom.
I would agree
Like,
with
we don't
that.
have a TV in our bedroom. We don't even have a stereo. Like, we'll play music on our phone sometimes.
I was gonna
but
say,
like,
but
we
you-
don't keep any electronics in
But
our
if my phone had been in my bedroom, I would have known she texted me this morning, and my hair would look better.
It's a
Especially
double-edged
since you have a
sword.
new relationship.
Exactly. Now that we are going to talk about mattresses later, you never know. All right, here's a fun question, and it sounds odd. Do you kiss your kids on the lips? So it seems harmless enough, but after Olivia Wilde posted this photo of herself kissing her 3-year-old little Otis on the lips in the bath, she got some serious heat online. I hate mom shaming. People wrote, "This is gross." Someone else said it could cause mouth herpes. So Hillary Duff ran into similar criticism a few years ago. Olivia, very responsibly and maturely, did not respond. Does this bother you, or as a mom, because I can ask, we're all moms, do you kiss or have you ever kissed your kid on the lips? And I guarantee you I
Absolutely.
have. In fact, I'm
Absolutely.
shocked even how old my kids are, and they'll still give me a quick peck on the lips.
It
Yeah.
bothers me that people are shaming the mothers. That really bothers me, for kissing their child. Wow, what a horrible the world this is. Mothers kiss their children on the lips.
Why are you
Everybody's
even
upset
talking about it?
something,
Like,
I
why
don't
are you
know.
even commenting about it?
Because you have nothing
Like,
else
what,
to
I mean,
worry
it
about.
just, like, I don't get why.
Now, what if
all-
someone else gives your kid a peck on the lips?
That's not okay.
It depends on who it is. Grandmother, yeah, grandmother, or somebody like
Like,
that.
do you remember that growing up when your grandma pecked you on the lips and you were like, oh my God, what do I do?
Just turn the
What? I'm the grandmother now.
Well, in their head, Linda, they're thinking, oh my gosh, what do
Get
I
away
do?
from me, old lady.
They might be.
Okay, I won't do it anymore.
All right, well, I agree. Other people know, grandmas, family
Grandma
members,
Kiss your
moms.
own babies, kiss your babies.
And
But,
you-
like, don't
If you
kiss
know
other
you have
people's
herpes,
babies.
Maybe,
Yeah,
think
don't kiss
about
other
it.
people.
But
There's
if
a
you
lot
know
of
you
other
don't,
problems
I
going
mean,
into there,
It
so.
was a beautiful moment. It's
It
a shame
is.
that
It
people
was.
walk
And kiss
away
them
from
now
it.
because they grow up fast. We
Yep.
will all tell you that. So a Florida couple had a grande idea for a wedding photo, and it's definitely a little out of the bun, if you don't mind me saying. They're so devoted to the taco chain that they staged their wedding photos there. Oh, it gets worse than this. They met in high school. This is actually very sweet. All they could afford was Taco Bell. They used to like pool their quarters together to get tacos after school. So once the relationship lasted, they decided to snap those wedding pics with snacks and soda, and it kind of gives new meaning to their slogan, Live Mas. And yes, that is a sauce packet in the bouquet.
Oh,
I'm
my
not sure
goodness.
what to say.
You know,
Congratulations.
it's kind of
That's very
sweet.
polite.
Yes.
Yes.
Very polite.
Maybe branch out and try something else.
Well, I think they
You know what?
do.
I think it's fun.
Was that their like forever pictures though? Like, because if that was a photo shoot for them for fun to have, that's cute. But is that
don't
what
know
they're
where
going to show
else
their
they posed.
grandchildren?
Okay, now we're Taco Bell shaming
I
after we just
know.
like kiss shaming.
It's just not.
We're different.
Let them do their.
It's just not a place for a
You know what?
formal
I met my husband on the baseball field, and he proposed to me on the baseball field, right in the middle of a kid's baseball game, which some might have thought was odd, but that was kind of our thing. So Taco Bell is their thing.
Well, I'm glad we didn't have your wedding on the baseball field.
You know, that actually was discussed, Linda. You were just glad you got to go to the beach. All right, we're going to check in with our happy hour forecast, and when we come back, we are going to talk about the pink experience.
Good afternoon. I'm Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with your happy hour forecast and your first alert weather forecast. Right now, sunshine. It is a warm one. 88 degrees. Currently, the dew point temperature 69. Winds out of the northeast at 13. The pressure 2990. That's been falling ever so slightly throughout the day. Temperatures currently all in the upper 80s. 85 though in Sebring, and the mid 80s there throughout Highlands County, as well as into northern portions of DeSoto and Hardy counties. The low pressure system to the east of the Bahamas continues to spin our way. It's an upper level low, and you can see some moisture starting to come into play now over South Florida. It's depicted by the radar picture. You can see the activity from Miami all the way over to Key West and places down south near Naples and Marco Island, but not much going on here. That is soon to change, though, on Friday as this moisture availability starts to work its way back in our direction. Evening planner, expect generally fair skies and temperatures falling into the mid-70s by 11. Well, much more coming up at 5.
Once a year, a very special meeting of the minds occurs right here on the Suncoast. It's called Pink, the Experience, and it brings together leaders, artists, entrepreneurs from all across the world to share thoughts and ideas. Anand Pelagar, the founder of Dream Large, is here to explain why Pink is so important to the Suncoast. Welcome, Anand. Tell us about Pink, P-I-N-C. What does that stand for?
It stands for People, Ideas, Nature, and Creativity.
Oh, very good, very good.
Those 4 themes are essentially how we build the narrative and the experience around.
Very interesting. Okay, we say conference, you say experience.
Sure.
What's the difference?
So the difference is really this. When you go to a typical conference, you typically go to see a speaker or to go for a particular vertical topic. We like to think of Pink as this experience because it really is this experiential day where from the morning through to the evening, there are all these different touch points where we try and wow you and amaze you. It's not a conference of speakers, it's a conference of experiences. And
that makes sense, because a conference you listen, an experience you're involved in.
Exactly, and so one of the rare opportunities that we create, unlike most conferences, is that you actually get to meet the speakers. You're not kind of watching them from the stage. They don't come in and leave. They actually enjoy the day here in Sarasota. And what they do is they serve as brand ambassadors for us. We bring in these global perspectives that take that experience that they had here in our community back to their hometowns and whatever their countries are, and share what a great experience they had here in Sarasota.
So who are the speakers this year?
So we have an amazing lineup this year. I'm really excited. One of our early announcements was a lady by the name of Lucy Sparrow. She's an incredible feltist. That's a felt artist. And what she did that's really fascinating is she built this corner shop out and recreated all the products you typically find in a bodega out of felt.
Oh my gosh. Those aren't real.
She set this up in New York in June of this year. I think it was on June the 6th, and by the 21st she was sold out entirely of all of these items. 9,000 items in the New York art community sucked up. She's an incredible artist and really represents a different type of craft with respect to art.
She's very well respected by Damien Hirst as well, which many people might know his name as a world-renowned artist.
Neat. And Mark Finney.
Mark Finney's a fire researcher, so it's highly topical at the moment, especially with everything that's happening out west.
Oh, yes.
So he studies what really creates and moves fire. So he's going to come and really educate us from a scientific perspective as to the science of fire, how it grows. He set up fake fires, he set up controlled fires, really to educate the general public as to how fire is started and really what makes it so powerful.
Oh my. Meg Daly.
Meg Daly is a fascinating Florida resident who lives in Miami, who one day was biking, had an accident, broke both of her arms. In doing so, she obviously couldn't drive. So she started using public transit and walking through Miami. And in that journey, what she realized is there's this whole underline underneath the metro line system in Miami, 10 miles that was underutilized. And so she set out on a mission to transform it into a public space, a public park. And you know, ironically, that brings a lot of relevance to what we're doing here in Sarasota on the Bayfront with our 42 acres.
Right.
In that public-private partnership. So that's going to be a really great kind of topical tie-in to what we're trying to achieve as a community. They're just further ahead.
And you guys may have actually seen the next speaker. He was on Ellen.
Michael Bonner.
Yes.
So Michael Bonner is a second-grade teacher from North Carolina, and he took what was kind of an impoverished classroom and basically introduced teaching techniques using rap.
Oh, wow, I'd like to be in that class.
He won Teacher of the Year.
He's going to be an incredible inspiration to the educators in our community, as well as the students. And some of his teaching techniques, you know, they've been widely proven. He's lifted the academic results in his community.
So this is going to be quite a day.
Oh, it's going to be an incredible day.
Any other speakers that we didn't get to?
Stefan Sackmeister is kind of an interesting one. He is a Grammy-winning artist, and he basically has worked with Jay-Z, and a whole host of other famous music producers producing cover albums. But one thing that's really interesting about him is every 7 years he takes a year off. He takes a year-long sabbatical.
Oh, good idea. We need to hear this guy.
To recharge his batteries. So.
We need to listen to this guy.
Wide range of influencers.
You know it's going to be great. The Pink Experience is December 7th at the Sarasota Opera House. Go to their website and get more information and get your tickets now. Next, we'll meet the man of your dreams.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7.
In 2017, the average premium was $525 per month. For 2018, it's going to be $725 per month, which is a 38.1% increase.
The cost of health care is increasing every year. The monthly cost, the deductibles, all going up. Why, and can anything be done about it? I'm Alan Cohn. We don't charge you a copay at the Trapezoid.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
The kitchen is where life happens. Minnesota Flooring now offers a wide variety of beautiful quality craft-made cabinetry to make sure the heart of your home reflects your style. Visit us today at our new kitchen and bath cabinetry locations.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Attention blood thinner users. Thousands of blood thinner users may have been exposed to serious risk by these dangerous medications. If you or loved one took Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered serious internal bleeding, call right now. Call Nightline Legal to speak with an experienced attorney for a free consultation. If we don't win, there is no fee. There are time deadlines to file a claim, so don't wait. Call right now.
Call 1-800-554-3987. Again, that's 1-800-554-3987.
The importance of a good night of sleep goes way beyond a better mood and just avoiding under-eye circles. The CDC estimates that more than 50 million Americans suffer from sleep disorders that can seriously affect their health. Now, what many insomniacs don't realize, the issue may be their mattress. Sandy Rodriguez from the Unlimited Comfort Mattress faculty is here to explain how we can make this better. And Linda, you will like this. Sandy calls himself the man of our dreams.
I can certainly see why, Sandy. You've already sold me. I've tried lying on that.
Now, tell me why, first of all, you do call yourself that. Not that you aren't, but, you know, we need you to prove it a little bit.
Well, you know, when you get deeper sleep, you know, it gives you, you know, better life.
Absolutely, we know that. Now, you are talking about the importance of a custom mattress. What exactly is a custom mattress?
A custom mattress is handmade by us and my father to your specifications, and we pretty much have you laid on some mattresses, and we kind of figure out your comfort level, and we custom build you right on site.
Oh my. That's crazy. Okay, so kind of show us the difference, and I think Nikki has something to help us explain, between your custom mattress and then a regular mattress.
Absolutely. So this is a mattress cutout right here, big brand name. It's a $4,000 mattress. I'm not going to mention any name, but it starts with a T.
And that's what's inside.
Yes, it's all foam.
Okay. Oh, yes, and they're very expensive.
Yes, very, very.
Okay, so that's just foam.
Yes, our mattresses, you can see inside. This covers right here, it's washable.
Okay, and very soft, might I add. And then, so that is different layers. Tell us what those different layers are for.
So we use a high coil count to give you a durability. Also, it's going to eliminate motion transferring, and it's going to support your lower back. And it doesn't have any chemicals in it. It's going to sleep cooler. And then we have organic tallow-laid latex, free of toxin chemicals. So there you have it.
Okay, I have a question, because you used the word specification. So let's say Linda and I come in, we're a couple, and we're trying to choose a mattress together, and we lay down. What specifications do you look at? Like, how do I even know what my body needs?
Well, the first thing I focus on is your spinal alignment, because that's the most important thing. So I'll be doing a couple different testing with different comfort level of mattresses, with the firm, with the soft, and with the medium. And then from there, I've been doing this for 10 years. I'm going to recommend you the proper support for the spine.
For the two of us.
Correct.
One could fit me and one could fit her.
Yes,
one side.
yes,
So
absolutely.
if we want a king bed and our bodies are built differently, how does that work?
Well, we can do half. You know?
Really? Oh, no.
Absolutely.
Oh, I like that.
Yes.
Now, you keep on your half, all right?
Yes.
That's part of my deal.
Yes, yes, and we backed everything out with a lifetime comfort guarantee. We can come out to your house and we can readjust your mattress 2 years, 5 years, or 10 years down the road.
Because our bodies may change as we age.
Absolutely.
Now, you talk about readjusting. Does that have to do with the different layers and how they're placed?
Absolutely. So everything here, it's designed to get removed and to add new toppings on it. You know, depending as your comfort changes, we will change it for you.
Or your couple changes.
If your couple changes, right, in case I tell I don't want to sleep with Linda anymore.
She's
going to
move to you.
It's a great concept, because we know how important sleep is, but we know our bodies change as we age. So this is how you get sleep custom tailored toward you. I want to tell you more about this great deal the Unlimited Comfort Mattress Factory is offering. You can find them online, but I want you to note the website is .co, not .com, unlimitedcomfort.co. And here's great news. ABC7 is teaming up with Unlimited Comfort Mattress to get you a chance to win a free custom mattress built just the way you need it. You can go to the ABC7 Facebook page and tag a friend to enter. And if you share the post, you get 5 entries. Sounds like a lot of fun. All right, coming up next, Megan has her favorite mom products for toddlers. I bet Megan would like a new mattress, too.
We'll be a couple.
40 million. That's the number of free phones still available and the number of how many Americans can still get prescriptions free.
Free could be wonderful. That's why I'm still working at 77 years old to pay off my prescriptions.
I needed to have a prescription filled, and I had to leave because I couldn't afford it.
Call now and see what's available for you. Free prescriptions. Over 10 million people get prescriptions free, and the program has expanded, so another 40 million can. Free dental. Over 15,000 dentists have provided over $330 million in free dental work. Free cell phones. 40 million free cell phones are still available with free minutes and more.
Free cell phone would change my life right now because it is something I cannot afford to get.
Medical supplies like back braces, knee braces, and diabetic supplies may be covered too. The free RX Plus hotline has saved callers over $12 million on their prescription costs. These free programs are now available to 40 million more people. Call now.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-628-1251. 800-628-1251.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast.
Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-652-3012. That's 1-800-652-3012. Call now, 1-800-652-3012. For a free brochure, call 1-800-652-3012.
Motherhood has many stages as our kids grow and change, and our friend and first-time mom, Megan Greenberg, is here with her very curious toddler, and she has a lot of must-have products for us to share where baby Arlo is right now, the most beautiful baby I've ever seen.
Gosh, you can tell why, though.
So, yeah. He's will be a year old in 2 weeks.
Oh, it was so fast.
Yes, and I just saw this morning on Facebook that, you know, a year ago or whatever, I was here a year ago and I was quite ready for him to appear.
Oh,
so.
my. Well, I think you've done a great job, like, keeping us, you know, kind of up to date in the stages of his progression and what he's into.
Yes.
So, what are his favorite things right now? You brought some fun stuff for us.
He's at that age where, you know, he wants to touch everything and feel everything, and clearly in a very learning stage of his life. So everything out there could be a learning tool. I mean, he has fun with a water bottle.
Should we tell her what's about to happen when he gets mobile? Or
I know.
Should we let her find out on her own?
I don't know. Trying to like
don't make
glue him to the floor.
I know. Yeah, exactly. Don't encourage walking.
Misery, break his legs. Yeah. So right now we're learning goes from everything from, you know, books to stuffed animals. Right now these are some of my favorite books. Therefore, they are some of his favorite books. But they have pop-up areas and they have really cool information like dinosaur information and the safari information about what the actual name of the animal is or what their fur is like or what their claws do. It's really cute and really colorful, and the touch and feel, of course, for a one-year-old. That's all they want to do is touch and feel everything. So it's a nice book, and it's a nice gift too, by the way.
Oh, absolutely. So which one of these guys are his favorite?
Well, again, Maurice, this little monkey we take with us everywhere. This was his first, my girlfriend Tatiana gave that to us, and it's been his little grab-and-go pal wherever we go. I love the Jellycat animals. They're so soft, they're so squishy, they're easy to clean, they're colorful, and as a stuffed animal lover myself, I feel like it teaches kids how to be nice to something and how to be sweet to something, how to hug something, and give a little nurturing feeling to something, not just a toy you can bang over and over on the ground.
And I like that you pointed out right away that these are all great gift ideas because we're heading into the holiday season. And also I just went to a baby shower, which I hadn't done in months and months and months, and I thought you just want to get them something you know works. You know is successful. So to have you recommend products
Toy Lab on Main Street, by the way, is a child's dream, probably a parent's wallet's nightmare, but it is a really cute place and they have all kinds of stuff there too.
There are some things here that make your life easier.
Yes, these two things are really great. I feel like most moms know about these, but I'm always shocked how many moms are always like, what is that cup? The cup I'm obsessed with. What you're holding is called an Easy Peasy mat. It suctions to almost any counter, and it's just, so he can pull on it, he can bang on it, he can drop his food all over it, and it's just
And he can't throw his bowl.
Exactly.
No. I mean, I hate to say this, but that used to be the hallmark of a toddler, throwing the bowl across the kitchen.
Yes. Yeah, and he still will try to lift the corners up, but we're
You're
not
like,
there yet.
sorry.
Maybe another few months, but for now it's suction to the counter.
So what?
And that cup, I'm obsessed with. We bring it everywhere. It just, you can put whatever liquid you want, and it won't shake out. Now, when he does throw that on the ground, a little bit will skite out the top, but nothing can pour out.
Okay, I have a funny question. Does it have one of those plugs in it that has to stay in?
No,
or
I mean,
is it...
if Nikki's able to, you can remove the inner part here, and that is what you can see.
Okay, but it doesn't.
This is like totally toddler.
But this is why I'm asking. The old-fashioned kind literally had a little plug you stuck in it,
yeah,
and the kids learned, oh, that won't come out.
No.
The kids learned if you slammed it on the floor, the plug would fall out and all the juice would leak.
I mean, this probably is like 2.0.
Exactly. This is what toddlers do, is figure out how to make a mess, and these products are totally preventative.
It's so educational. You figured it out.
And it's really, I mean, he's been using this since 6 months old, maybe earlier. It's got the little, they have a big kid one, and then this is the little kid one with the grippers on the side.
We need these on the boat.
They sell them at Publix. You can find them almost anywhere. These Crayola has really upped their game. I don't know if you've seen the crayon aisle at like Michael's Craft Shop. They have so many types of crayons, but these are great for little hands and new learners.
And
They're
they
called
can't
Palm
break
Grip.
them?
I'm sure he could, but
that's
not yet. Yeah.
Not yet, no.
But it's great because, you know, even though all they're really doing is just drawing squiggles and circles at this point, and it gives them, you know, the ergodynamic shape that they need to learn how to hold and grasp something. So
I love
those
that.
are great.
So
these Melissa and Doug toys are really, really great too because they're very easily cleanable. They're really durable. Most of them are handmade, and they're also meant for learning. So that giraffe you're touching, you can switch his neck around, like you can move the pieces left and right. So it's teaching them dexterity, how to move their hands, how to move shapes and objects in something that's also durable and not going to break.
There's something so classic about wooden toys too. I felt very special when people gave me those as a gift because it's a keepsake. It's an heirloom.
And you can find Target, TJ Maxx. They have these all over. They're really great price and long lasting.
That's a great brand.
And then lastly, swaddles. People think of these as newborn things, but we don't leave our house without a swaddle. This becomes a picnic blanket. This becomes the car seat's hot. This becomes, you know, in the grocery cart.
Cover the ickies.
Yeah, this just becomes, you know, he's got a runny nose. He's a little chilly. Whatever it is, my swaddle is my savior. I take them everywhere. So don't think they're just for newborns. And the Aiden and Anais brand, I love. They're really big. They're really great, and they're really cute.
And soft.
Yes.
Well, thank you for sharing these with us because we are all, and as everybody in Sarasota, completely in love with your baby. So
it's fun to go back through the stages when ours are also grown up. So we like to do it with
thank you for sharing these, Megan.
All right, coming up next, a preview of the Ringling International Arts Festival. We'll be right back.
Download the all-new ABC7 First Alert Weather app now.
I love taking care of my mom. It wasn't easy at first. She learned how to better communicate her needs.
And you learned how to not ignore yours.
I discovered how to make healthier meals.
And I discovered how much I enjoyed them.
Becoming a caregiver is a learning experience for everyone. Find articles, tips, and tools from experts and others who have been in your place. The Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Scott Dennis. Here's what we're working on right now for 5 o'clock. The redevelopment of Sarasota Bayfront gaining some momentum. We'll look at how the community envisions the area and when changes will begin. Plus, a developing health story here on the Suncoast. The first local case of the Zika virus this year is confirmed. Let's get a check on our First Alert weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Thanks, Scott. A few showers and a few thunderstorms, mainly down to our south right now, but that's just a sign of things to come here over the upcoming days. We'll have more on that on our weekend weather forecast. You can see that radar fairly active again near Fort Myers and places south of Lake Okeechobee, all the way down to Miami and into Keys. Not much, as I mentioned, for Sarasota and Manatee counties. Looking pretty good out there right now. 88 degrees and the dew point temperature at 69. Winds are out of the northeast at 13. We'll have more in our forecast coming up today. today at 5. See you then.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
Who else has been taking your prescriptions? Keep your medicine and your family safe and secure. Mind your meds. To learn how we can help, visit the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids at drugfree.org.
This is an important medical announcement. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to uncontrollable bleeding and even death. If you've been prescribed one of these drugs and have experienced these dangerous side effects, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that Pradaxa can cause more heart attacks than warfarin, and other countries have already issued safety warnings against this drug. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to Pradaxa victims, and thousands of Xarelto victims are filing their legal cases. Call the Drug Watch hotline. If you or a loved one used Xarelto or Pradaxa and experienced uncontrollable bleeding, brain hemorrhage, or even death, you must call now.
Call 800-793-6055. 800-793-6055.
There's a lot happening at the Ringling Museum next week. 7 different arts productions will be there as a part of the 2017 Ringling International Arts Festival. Alice Murphy from the Ringling is here to tell us what the festival is all about. So tell us about this festival, Alice.
So the Ringling International Arts Festival, RIAF as it's commonly known, it's really about trying something new. It's a performance arts festival, but it's not like anything you're going to see in Sarasota or really in Florida or anywhere. We bring in acts from all over the world of contemporary dance, theater, music. It's really eclectic. It's really cutting edge. It kind of makes you take a chance, see something that you're not familiar with. Try something new. It's great.
What types of performances are you talking about? We think of art at the Ringling, but these people are moving like we haven't seen before, aren't they?
So it's all different types. I mean, we have a wonderful musicians from Zimbabwe that are an a cappella women's group. We have a dance performance that brings in all different types of dance, and it's set in this like post-apocalyptic landscape with different music and spoken word. We have just a wide variety. There's something kind of for every type of genre, and it's all things you're not going to see anywhere else. And one of the great things is that you can see multiple performances throughout the festival. We have shows 2, 5, and 8, and each show's only an hour. So worst case, you go see something you don't love, it's an hour of your time.
Right.
And you can go have a glass of wine to recover and then go.
See something else.
Yeah. The next thing is very different. Well, give us a preview of some of the things that we might see.
So opening night is next Wednesday, October 18th, and it's featuring a performance of one of the acts, Evente Verticale. It's this huge, we're building a huge 3-story screen. They perform on what they call as a vertical stage, and there's 2 men from Italy suspended on high wires.
Crazy.
And it's basically, the story is, you know, it's fun, it's frivolous, they're trapped in a video game. If you've ever wondered what it would be like to be trapped in your phone.
Happens to me all the time, yeah.
That's what it is.
That's really cool. That is awesome.
It's just crazy, and it's going to be super fun. It's high energy, it's acrobatics, it's performance, it's circus, and on opening night we're having a whole party around it that's video game featured. So you can play like some vintage video games, you can do like a cool green screen photo booth. It's going to be really fun.
Oh, that sounds awesome. Okay, what else?
So on the total opposite end of the spectrum from this huge 3-story screen is something called Portraits in Motion. And it's by a German artist. He travels around Germany taking images of people, and he makes what he calls thumb cinema. And you know, maybe you remember like when you were kids and you had flip books.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
like that. And there
yes.
are 36 pictures in each one, and they just capture these beautiful, small, poignant moments that we sort of overlook in life. So he stands on stage. It's super low tech. He has this little booklet and an overhead projector, and he flips through and tells stories of these people. And it's moving and lovely, and again, That's the great thing about RIAF is you've got, you can go see this and have this really like poignant moment, and then you can go see Eventi Verticale a couple, hours later, which is this giant spectacle. Yeah. So that's one of the great things.
Oh yes. Where do you find these people?
All over the place, really.
I can tell.
I mean, they're from, it's the International Arts Festival. They're from all over the world. They're performing in other performance arts festivals.
And do you travel to go seek this out?
Our performance curator will travel. They'll go to other arts festivals around the world, around the country.
That sounds like a fun job.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll go. And so you get a deal, too, if you go.
You do. So one of the nice things, too, is they're not only short, but tickets are only $35 and give you admission to the museum.
Wonderful. Now you brought somebody special with you.
I did. I brought Samantha from Ensemble New SRQ. This group is going to be performing at RIAF, and they're performing in the galleries, which is a wonderful way to kind of, if you've been to our galleries, see them in a new light. And if you've never been, you should definitely come.
Right.
They will be performing in the Terrell Sky Space as well as in the Huntington Gallery, 2 different acts.
And you brought Samantha Bennett with you on the violin. Samantha, take it away. The Ringling International Arts Festival begins on October 18th. For tickets and information, you can go to their website. Next, we recap a big performance at the Van Wezel.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if your loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast. Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-652-3012. That's 1-800-652-3012. Call now 1-800-652-3012. For a free brochure, call 1-800-652-3012.
Once you get atrial fibrillation, you need to have a very close relationship with your primary doctor. Prevention is the whole ball game here. because once you have a stroke, you can't undo it. A year without stroke, it's a year that you can enjoy doing the things that you've worked all your life to finally get to do. You took care of yourself. You did what is necessary for you to be around one more year. And then next year, we'll celebrate one more year without a stroke.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Those fast fingers belong to Neil Berg, and he will be at the Van Wezel October 13th. The performance is called 50 Years of Rock and Roll. We got to enjoy him right here in our studio. I got to tell you, you would not believe how well he transitioned from year to year to year, all improv, all piano. He sings and talks at the same time. It's going to be a great show. You can go to the Van Wezel website for more information, and keep an eye out for Neil's Classics Broadway show coming up this spring. We're keeping an eye in the kitchen, where we're going to head to Lisa and Hosted Gourmet.
Keep up with the Suncoast. Watch your favorite ABC7 shows on your streaming device.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Jacqueline Matter. Here's what we're working on for 5 o'clock. President Trump has signed a new executive order on health care, what the directive involves, and what it means for Americans. And taking a quick look at your first alert traffic, right now we are seeing a lot of green on the map for your drive home. The only slowdown is on I-75 northbound near the University Parkway exit. Now let's get a check on your first alert weather forecast with Bob Harrigan.
Thanks, Jacqueline. Right now, some rain down to our south. Not much going on here as expected, but tomorrow a different story as more moisture will come back into play, and we'll see some of this action. It's pretty heavy down to our south now, heading off toward the southwest. As I mentioned, not much going on in Manatee and Sarasota counties at this hour. Currently, we have 88 degrees, partly cloudy skies. The dew point is at 69, and the humidity now at 53%. Northeast winds are at 13. The pressure, 29.90 inches. Well, much more coming up at 5.
Download the all-new ABC7 First Alert weather app now.
I was always worried and scared. Mom was in pain. She wasn't going to get any better, and all the trips to the ER were painful for all of us. Then we called Tidewell Hospice, and everything changed. Now she has care in our home when she needs it, surrounded by family. We know we don't have much time left with Mom, but we decided to make the best out of that time. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help. With Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sunny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Are you getting the most out of your Medicare plan? Are you sure? Many people with Medicare are eligible for plans that include extra benefits in addition to those found in original Medicare. Benefits like dental, vision, and prescription drug coverage. Call now to see if you're eligible to enroll. The consultation is free with no obligation to enroll. In addition to hospital and medical coverage, at no extra cost, you could also get coverage for prescription drugs, dental, hearing, vision, and more. In many areas, plans with benefits are available with $0 copays for many services, $0 monthly premiums, or $0 deductibles. That's hospital, medical, prescription drug, dental coverage, and more included in one plan with premiums that may be as low as $0 a month. Call now to see if you're eligible to enroll. The consultation is free and there's no obligation to enroll.
Call 1-800-620-2254. That's 1-800-620-2254.
Listen to this important message. If you owe money to the IRS, you will want to hear this.
Penalties and interest compound daily on your back taxes, putting you under a mountain of debt. Tax 10,000 has years of experience connecting people with tax resolution specialists. Working through the IRS Fresh Start program, they will handle all the necessary forms, and if you qualify, you may end up saving thousands of dollars. Call Tax 10,000 at 800-817-1064.
Coming up Friday at 4 on Suncoast View, the Sarasota Ballet opens its new season, and there'll be more than just dancers on stage. We'll preview a ballet that includes expressive puppets. This week's McCurdy's Comedy headliner has a lot of jobs, including mayor and farmer. We'll ask about that. Plus, West Coast Black Theater's Tara Jones performs, and Cafe Barboso is in the kitchen.
And welcome back. We are here with Lisa from Hosted Gourmet. Tell us what wonderful fall recipe you have for us today.
We're going to do, with the cupcake pan, of course, we're going to do the savory pumpkin bites. Because when you think of pumpkin, you think sweet, right? So I'm like, we'll change it up today. So
Perfect. Oh, this is great.
Good to me.
Yeah. So.
All right. What am I doing?
So some people do like to use fresh pumpkin. I did roast the pumpkin, so that's fresh roasted pumpkin. But for the color, it just looks good to have that.
So not as stringy either.
That's canned?
Very, yes. This is canned.
Which you can get great canned.
You can get organic, So that's 2 cups of that. Okay. So pop it in. And then there's some nutmeg waiting for you on the spoon. That's a 1/4 of a teaspoon.
There we go.
Yum.
The goat cheese.
Ooh, that's an unexpected surprise.
Goat cheese.
We get excited about cheese.
Anything else here?
Yes, and then you're going to do, okay, so maple syrup. Right? But when you're going to add cayenne to it, you want something so you're not like, oh my gosh, this is so hot.
So spicy.
Right. So you're going to take 3 teaspoons of that maple syrup and you're going to put it in this bowl.
Okay.
You can just use that metal one if you want.
That's great. We're just gonna.
All right, Megan, you look pretty comfortable.
1, 2, 3.
My style.
Perfect.
She's an eyeballer.
Delicious.
I always get yelled at my cooking classes when I'm not measuring right.
And a little pinch of cayenne.
A pinch.
Okay.
And then you can use this and then stir and then kind of taste with your finger to make sure that you're not going to kill us.
Yeah, that's very important.
Perfect.
She didn't die. We're okay.
Delicious. So then you put that in. And then and then a garlic clove that's in the little cupcake wrapper there.
This is a very unusual combination.
Yes, it is.
Not roasted, like fresh? No, fresh. Okay. Just have 1 fresh garlic clove. Okay. And then you're going to blend it. So we already have it ready to go in this little cup. Linda,
vroom vroom.
Wonton.
Yes.
Okay, so when you're eating these at a party, sometimes I have these big obnoxious ones. It's kind of, too much. So with this, and then also too, they get soggy. So with this, you want to you fold towards you,
towards
the point.
yourself.
And then you go. Like they hug each other. They kind of like an envelope.
Oh, like this. They hug each other.
Okay.
Okay.
And then you press down and you put your finger in the middle, and it just.
So you just sit.
So it's going to give it an extra layer without getting soggy.
It's
like
a 2-layer crust.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And those are wonton wrappers that you just buy at the grocery store, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. They
Got it.
come in the square. And then so you can start filling it. It's a 1/2 teaspoon.
This, a 1/2 teaspoon.
Okay. And then you would put it in the oven. And
voila.
Voila.
We like the magic of TV. Although keep working, Linda.
Yeah, because these are going to be good.
I know. I was going to say we're going to want to cook those so we can eat those too.
So they come out and they come right out. But here's the cool thing: is you can. After they cool down a little, you can put them in cupcake wrappers. And you can make this ahead of time for a party. So you're not like stressed out in the kitchen. And you can put this, literally, you can put this right in your refrigerator, let it get to room temperature a little bit, and then throw it in the oven.
How long did they bake for in the oven?
Oh, good question. 10 to 12 minutes.
Okay, that's
at
quick.
350. So has everyone fried sage before?
No.
I have not. Okay. So a cool thing, well not a cool thing, like a lot of people like to drop water and oil. I have enough burns on me, I'm okay with that. You take a wood spoon and you put it upside down, and when you see the little bubbles going around it, it's ready.
Oh.
Anytime you're gonna fry, yeah.
Oh, that's so
wood
good
spoon,
to know.
you don't have to throw oil or water in oil. This is a 1/2 cup of olive oil. You can just take 1 piece of sage, and you just kind of like, you don't have to use that. When you pick it up, obviously you want to do it. And then I already have some fried and ready to go. Has everyone had fried sage?
No.
No. Okay. Everyone take a piece of this. Everyone, let's pass it down. There you are.
It's
and then you lightly salt it. It's kind
How
of
interesting, because I would tell you I don't like sage, but
don't
when
eat it fresh. You can't really eat it
Do
fresh.
you like it or not really?
Oh, I love it.
Oh, cool.
I love it.
So then when it starts curling up, and if it starts, then you like, it's ready to go. You can that one.
I kind of want to.
She just likes to play with it.
And then, okay, so then another thing I do, I call it pistachio bacon dust. And then I've taken 3 pieces of bacon, room temperature, 4 tablespoons of pistachios, and then 2 tablespoons of brown sugar and a little bit of nutmeg and cayenne. I pulse it, it looks like this.
Okay, so now you're down to decorating and plating.
Yep.
All right, well, we're getting to our final minute, so go ahead and keep garnishing.
Okay, so and if you want to do it at the party, I like to use thyme on a plate. I think it looks pretty.
Okay, so we want to give you this.
So you can, well, I will hand you these.
Oh, okay, we're going to put Nikki to work garnishing.
Yes, you can garnish. And then you want to do a little piece of the sage and then a little crumble of the dust.
I'll tell you what I like about this recipe. It's had a lot of surprises in it, and I'm sure we're going to taste that when we eat it too, with the sage and with the pistachios. So these are savory pumpkin appetizer cups. Of course, the recipe will be posted online. Lisa is so creative. She always brings us some great ideas, so we are anxious to give this one a try. And for the record, there's a little pumpkin dessert here too. I don't even care how she made it. We are looking forward to digging in. So thanks for joining us. It's nice to see pumpkin used both sweet and savory.
Yeah, thanks. Any
so
dessert
perfect.
I can shove into a glass.
Exactly. We love your make it easy to eat mentality here. All right, it's great to have Lisa with us, and Megan and Nikki. Thank you both for joining us as well. A lot of fun with the ladies today. Everybody enjoy the rest of your day and take some time and enjoy the Suncoast view.